All right, so welcome back. I am in a different city than where I live, and I'm fixing to do a massage therapy evaluation on a medical massage therapy client. So I'm meeting the family and the client for the first time today, and a therapist is coming to meet me here in this city because they actually live closer to this client. They're about 40 minutes away. I was 2 hours and 15 minutes away. So I drove over here to do the evaluation and to also bring on that therapist and hire that therapist so that they're able to help me because they're closer to that client. And it's just crazy, right? I was driving the 2 hours and I'm listening to music, and I was thinking back, and I'm like, here in a couple of months, I'm going to be going on 2 years of doing medical massage therapy. And if you could have told me this 2 years ago that I would be hiring contractors to help me with medical massage therapy clients, that I would be doing medical massage therapy, that I would be doing any of this, I wouldn't have believed you. But it's also really exciting because it's like, I want to be able to share with you that there were moments in my life, I'd say rewind maybe 4 or 5 years back when I was working at a job and I was stuck in a chair for 4 or 5 hours and it was terrible. And you're like, how long do I have to keep doing this? I would say be patient. Be patient and don't give up. Keep thinking, okay, what's next? Because God will surprise you. He surprised me. I did not think that I would get to this place at all. And there's moments where I want to complain, right? I'm like, I gotta get up, I gotta drive. That's 2 hours. And then I have to check myself and be like, no, this is something that you're getting to do that many people aren't able to do and would love to do. To get paid to drive 2 hours to go do an evaluation, to hire a therapist to help them, make a little bit of money off that therapist whenever they go and do this particular client's massage every week. Be able to pay that therapist and have them making money as well because of your efforts. Sometimes it's just like in my own head. And now I'm waiting, which I told the contractor, I'm like, hey, take your time. We got plenty of time. I got here early. I got up earlier just because I wanted to make sure that I got here safely and had enough time, because me and that therapist have to sign contracts so that I bring them onto the team. So I have an independent contract that I'm fixing to, or I should say independent contractor agreement, which is just another word for contract, to bring them onto the team. Then they have to fill out paperwork for the company. I have to make sure that I have their driver's license, massage therapy license, professional liability insurance, CPR certification. What else? Abuse, neglect, exploitation certification, and a couple of other things that they're required to have to even start doing medical massage therapy. So I have to make sure that that therapist has all of those things before I bring that therapist onto the team and before that therapist can actually start working with this particular client. And so I'm very excited for that therapist to get started. I'm excited to meet the client, and it's always tough too, because I can read the nurse assessment and get an idea of what I'm walking into, but I never know. It's always different every single time I walk into a client's home. I have an idea. I know the diagnosis. I know some of their limitations and challenges that they're suffering with. But even just reading what the nurse puts in their assessment, you still walk into a client's house and it's different, right? You don't know what you're walking into. What does the environment look like? Is it clean? Are there hospital beds? Is a client in their wheelchair? How can I work with this particular client and accommodate them? There's always going to be different situations that you're going to walk into, none of them the same. And so it's always interesting as well to walk into a new client's house and figure out, okay, what are we working with? So I'm waiting here for that therapist. As soon as they get here, we're gonna go inside and we're gonna sign paperwork, get them ready, and then in about an hour, then we're gonna go to the client's house and get the evaluation started. And then once I submit the evaluation, then we got to wait for the approval from the state, and that takes anywhere from 2 to 3 months. Longer. The longest I've ever had was 6 months, and then the shortest I've ever had was 1 month for approval. So it really depends on, I think, the the home health company and or the state. So we're just kind of in that waiting period. But once that client is approved, boom, we're good to go every week for however many episodes I decide to vouch for. So I'm just in that place where, again, and if you're at that spot where you're like, man, I want something more, I want something different. I don't want to be stuck in a building 8 hours a day, doing 6 massages a day and not enjoying myself anymore. You have to keep looking out. Just know that there is opportunity out there for medical massage therapy, for working for yourself, for marketing yourself and getting out there. There are some places that I know that are hiring right now that you can work as an independent contractor. You say, hey, I just want to show up on Tuesdays and Thursdays and work. Okay, well, what do you do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? Whatever you want. That's the nice part about being an independent contractor, is you're the one who says, these are the days I want to work, and that's it. So, hopefully this adds some value to your life, and hopefully you know that there is opportunity out there. Don't give up. Keep looking. Keep searching, and you'll be surprised what doors end up opening. So y'all have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care.